I have such a treat in store for you today. It is a luxurious heavenly foot massage that you get to learn step by step. Not only do we massage the feet, I'm going to talk you through some of the key points in foot reflexology so that you address the entire body. It's said that everybody loves a good foot massage, and this one is going to take it to the next level. This foot massage is the kind of thing that I teach in my transformational Thai massage program. This is a certification program, a coaching program, and a mentoring program on Thai massage, on building a business, on living an inspired life. If you want to see if it's the right fit for you, then check out this link down below. There's also an extended version of this massage, and that is for Patreon members as well as members of my transformational Thai massage community. If you want to become a Patreon member, it's just $8 a month, and you can get that by clicking this link as well. All right, let us learn this incredible foot massage.
Let's give a luxurious foot massage to our partner. And we're going to start by doing what's called the soul walk. Walking on their foot with our foot. Start as light as a feather. Start with one foot on one foot. You just find some nice spots where it feels good to sink in. Usually I walk anywhere on a person's foot with my foot except for their heel, unless they've got any specific issues that they've told me about. And today we're keeping one sock on, one sock off to show you that you really can do this with someone wearing socks or not wearing socks. And what we want to do is just take our time and feel and check in. And so I started with one foot on one foot, and now I've got both feet on both feet. And I can do this facing forward, and I can also do it facing backward. And when I'm facing backwards, it's because I want to use my heels. And so again, I can start with one heel on one foot. And you know, your heel has the potential to sink in very deeply, but it doesn't have to. You can be as light as a feather, and usually I always start with much lighter pressure than what I think their maximum is. I explore, I notice that the tissues just kind of flatten out as I sink in. And if I'm ever unsure about the pressure, then I can check in first, and as long as I get that permission, then I can sink in with a little bit more pressure. Starting with one foot, and then again, if you like, then you can add a second foot as well. I find that there's a lot of great spots right where the heel, the attachments meet the heel and the rest of the foot. So I love to take my time around there. I also really love to explore the outer edge of the foot with my heel. So not all the way at the border, but where it still feels like there's some nice soft tissue. Then also in the middle of the foot. Now I often say that pretty much everybody loves a good foot massage. And at this point, I think it's pretty well recognized from foot reflexology that the entire body can be mapped out and represented on the foot. The bottom side of the foot is said to correlate to the deeper tissues and internal organs of the body, which happens to also be where our second brain is. So much stress and tension that we deal with on a daily basis gets integrated into our guts, into our digestive system. And the middle of the foot really relates to all of those organs that are working so hard to clear out not only from what we eat, but really also what we consume in the world of stress and just in the world in general. So taking your time to walk on the feet is a really great way to start to unwind that. And then we can literally sit down, make ourselves comfortable, and start massaging each foot individually. So you can either place a foot like right on your lap, or you can take a pillow, put that on your lap, and then place the foot on the pillow. Now I'm going to use a Thai massage stick to do some techniques, and I'll post a link down below if you want to get yourself one of these. They really don't cost a lot of money, and they're an incredibly versatile and powerful tool, not only for massaging the feet and not even only for massaging other people, but for massaging yourself as well. And so what I'm doing now is using the stick with a nice rocking motion, and I'm sinking in and giving a little twist as I massage the heel. So in foot reflexology, the heel is said to relate to the lower half of the body as well as the lower back. So it's really nice to take some time right around the heel. Also, if you think of it in very practical matters, so many of us walk heel to toe throughout our day. So we're putting thousands of pounds per square inch every time we take a step. Our heels are so strong that we almost never feel it, but they are so grateful when we do some nice things to ease out the tension. So just taking my time, circling, sinking in with my stick. Now, if you don't have one of these sticks and you want to try to use a tool to help you, then you just simply find a stick, something hard. A pencil could work, a pen can work, a stick from your garden, you name it. I'm going to continue on with my twisting and sinking in motion all the way down the outer edge of the foot, again where there's still soft tissue. So I'm not right at the border, just a little bit on the inside there. I don't just have to twist. If I want to drag it, in this case it just seems to make a lot of sense that it will feel really good. And so I'm using this stick because it sure beats using my thumb. This is easy on my body. I just rock in, so my core, my whole body is helping to generate the pressure. And working this area, cognates also with the back and the spine. So people with back issues, they tend to really love this as well. You can go in both directions. It's up to you. Something else I'm going to do now, kind of like playing a violin. And I'm just going to, again, rock forward and let that stick come across her foot. So this is her right foot. So the organs that are on her right side of her body are what are said to be represented in the right foot. Predominantly the liver, one of her kidneys, and part of her colon. So this is a really nice way to get in there. And then also I can go in a straight line up and down, either with my dragging approach, or I can literally hold the stick like a pencil. Now there's two sides to this stick. There's a wider side, which is a little softer. And so you can use the wide side first. And I'm literally just drawing lines down the foot along in line with each toe. And these work with the energy lines of the foot. And so in Thai massage, we learn about sen lines or energy lines. So these are just great to help revitalize energy, clear out stagnation, while I also work on all of those organs. So I'm going to use first the wide part of the stick. Again, I started just by sinking in and pushing, and now I'm sliding it back and forth. With some feet, it might feel like it just is not super comfortable to do the drag back and forth, and so you can skip it. But for this foot, you can see it just so easily works. And then another thing that you can do, I'm doing it dry in this case, but for sure a common question is going to be, can I use some kind of moisturizer or cream? And absolutely. I like to use coconut oil a lot, or shea butter. Those are my two preferred lubricants for the foot. And when you put those on, it definitely makes it easier to use the stick. So I can rock in. Now I'm using the other side of the stick. It's sharper, so you might want to check in with your partner with those first few presses. And then again, I'm doing the same thing. I can either drag or I can press. I like to press first and then drag second. It's almost like I'm fine-tuning, I'm finding deeper spots by pressing in first, and then I'm spreading out the tissue and I'm spreading out the benefits. I'm easing things out with my glide. I'm just going to take a few more moments here to drag my stick again to finish this part up. And then I can take my fingers now and just for each toe, all I'm going to do, really nice and gentle circles. And then I can squeeze or make circles between the toes as well. And even at the base of the toe. Now actually at the base of the toe, sometimes it makes a lot of sense to grab your stick again. And the base of the toe is related to shoulders and neck. And if you find that you are using your hands too much at all, again I say use the stick. It's so much easier. And it definitely gets into all those spots. So at the base of the toe, I'm using the stick. But then for the toes themselves, I'm just going to give them a nice little circle and a nice little squeeze. Circle and squeeze. All 5 toes. Just some nice gentle squeezes. And the toes themselves are said to relate to the head. And it's playful. And maybe for the rest of the foot, as I finish up, I'm just going to let my whole fist sink in, drag in. So I'm just making a soft fist, placing my fist on the foot, and then just dragging it back and forth. Finishing this first foot, I'm going to do the exact same thing on the next foot. And as we finish this nice deep work to help sink into all of those internal organs, to all of those areas that stress gets into, and releasing it, we know we've done some really nice deep work. And then from here, to help circulate and to help bring more of that nice healing energy to the whole body, we're going to have our partner turn over and do a few more stretches for the feet to finish off. All right, so as we've got our partner turned over, I'm gonna scoop up her feet and give them a little shake. And it's not just the feet that are being affected when I do this. It really transfers all the way up the legs, into the hips, into the lower back, and even all the way up to the head. I can see movement going all the way up to her head. And then from here, I've got her legs on my lap, and when the legs are heavy, this is the easiest way to shake out the legs. If you feel like you can elevate the legs, keep your elbows tucked in, and give it all a nice shake. And then I'm going to lean back, give a nice traction, release, and repeat. So again, it's just like waves of energy, sending all the benefits from our foot massage up and down the body. So a last little shake. And then another little trick that I like to do when I finish my shake is, I call it windshield wipering, where I turn the legs or at the hips in and out. Helps me to know how much space is in there. Is there any restrictions of movement or not? Sets me up for the next thing, which is called palming the insteps. So I'm placing the heel of my hand right on the instep of her foot. And in her case, her feet go all the way to the mat without any resistance. But sometimes you do find that resistance. And so you just take the feet as far as they'll comfortably go. I'm starting with one foot at a time. And then for a more open foot like this, you can press in to both feet at the same time. And then from here, a counter to that is called a foot fold. And so I'm taking one foot at a time, rotating my own hand as I turn the foot to the inside of the body or the inside of the mat. This is again not only going to stretch out the entire outside of the foot, I can even put a second hand on here. I'm sure you can feel it. I know when I do this on people, I'm like, oh yes, do this to me, because I want to feel that nice stretch that goes all the way up the outside of my leg, all the way up my IT band, all the way into my hip. So again, we're transferring all the benefits of our foot massage up the body, while also doing more great things for the feet. So again, her feet, they go all the way to the mat. Not everyone's foot's going to do that. Just take it as far as it'll go. If you feel some resistance, communicate, talk about it, ease in and out, and then ask them if they want to go a little bit more or if that's as far as they can go. But for a foot that does go all the way, great, take it all the way. A couple more things with both feet. So I'm going to come into a little squat. This is called dorsiflexion. So I've got my hands on the bottoms of the feet, and I'm just going to have my arms resting on the insides of my legs. So it's really effortless as I rock forward and flex her feet. So I like to go forward and then little circles to finish it up, and then again. Great stretch for all those tendons and ligaments on the bottom of the foot, for the Achilles, for the calf. Release and repeat, do it 3, 4, 5 times. So I'm sure you can guess that the counter to this is coming right up. So if this is dorsiflexion, which flexes and stretches, it's flexing the top of the foot. Then we're going to do what's called plantar flexion. So I push the heels to make little arcs. Place my hands on top of the feet now and press straight down. Plantar flexion. And then a couple more things now with one foot at a time. So again, whether they're wearing a sock or not, it's all good. I'm going to take a pillow, place it right here on my abdomen, and her foot presses into the pillow. So we're meeting together here in the middle. I've got a nice hand under the heel. My other hand wraps around, and start by rocking in and out. And then circles. Foot, ankle, hip rotation. One of my very favorite things to do. So nurturing. Again, like a chain reaction. I just look at her hip and I see circular movement. I look at her shoulder. I look all the way up to her head. I see her chin pointing up to the ceiling, or to the sky in this case a little bit, every time I make the circle. And I just know that these movements down here at the feet are being felt all the way up the body, all the way up to the very crown of the head, as I go in both directions. And then from here, a little stretch, a little traction for the foot, the leg, the hip. So I'm holding the foot with my heel, and then my hand just comes around the inside, lean back and pull. And then switch my hands, wrap my hand around the outside of the foot, and I do it again. And a nice gentle thing to do to finish up, I'm going to take my fingertips and I'm just going to make some nice gentle circles all along the top of the foot. Again, more of this nice nurturing quality. It's soft. It's got that nice rock, which allows me to send more of that feeling of being held, of being supported, of being cared for. Really doesn't take a lot of pressure at all. It's just nice, compassionate touch. How about a nice little bonus squeeze as well? And just squeezing out the foot. Sweeping out the foot, the leg, even the knee. A nice thing to just cup the knee and just hold there and then sweep it out. Oh, I love it. Feels so good to give. And you just know that when it's feeling like that, it's also feeling really good to receive.
I hope you enjoyed watching this massage as much as I enjoyed giving it, and I promise you that giving this massage is going to be just such a pleasure for you while you help your partner to feel just heavenly. And if it seemed like it was too much to do on a mat, well, that's okay, because everything that I've done there you can do with your partner on a bed, and then you sitting on a chair at the foot of the bed. You can do with them on a massage table and you standing at the back of a massage table. So adapt it for your needs, and if you have any specific questions, then post them down below. And again, if you want guidance and support as you learn this, and all kinds of ways to customize Thai massage for your needs, for your clients' needs, for your family's needs, then check out Transformational Thai Massage down below. And if you want to keep on learning here on this channel, then check these out as well. I'm wishing you some amazing massages, and we'll see you real soon.